Hey guys, and recently we've been getting a lot of information about both the Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart World, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. This game looks absolutely incredible. It seems to be an amazing new take on Donkey Kong as a 3D platformer, as you have the mechanic now to basically break and dig through everything. It looks really fun and satisfying, and it also looks really creative too. Honestly, I think it looks more creative than Retro's Donkey Kong games. It seems to be about the same level of creativity as, like, the rare Donkey Kong games, in my opinion. I'm not saying that the retro Donkey Kong games are bad, because I loved Tropical Freeze and Country Returns, but I feel like Bonanza seems to be on a whole different level, I would say, with its character designs, locations, and just different things in this game. It just looks absolutely incredible, and I am really looking forward to it. But there was one thing that was accidentally revealed about this game earlier today, or at least was found earlier today, that might even add a lot more to what we know about the story. Like, it might change things quite a lot from what we were expecting. But before we get started, I wanted to mention that I have a goal to hit 30,000 subscribers before the Switch 2 launches. So if you enjoy my content, consider subscribing. And if I hit that goal, I will give away a copy of the new Mario Kart game, Mario Kart World. But basically, there was an image that leaked out on Nintendo's Korean website that showed a character that kind of looked like Pauline. It kind of looks like a younger Pauline. And this is crazy, because this could change a lot about what we were expecting. Well, we weren't expecting a lot from this story, but this can add quite a lot. And there are a few different theories going around for who this character could be, but I definitely think she's connected to Pauline in some form. She looks very, very close to Pauline's design, and I definitely think Pauline is going to be involved in this game in some form. But I think the main theory that has been going around, like on top of this being like a younger version of Pauline, is the fact that this character is connected to the character that we've already seen in the footage and trailers. Oddrock, basically the companion that travels alongside Donkey Kong in the game. Like, from what we've seen, like from this image here, like the Pauline, like, character has a bracelet that kind of looks like the material that Oddrock is made out of. And another thing, in the Treehouse Live footage, we saw Oddrock singing. And if you've been familiar with how Nintendo has been portraying Pauline over the past 7 to 8 years, she loves to sing. That is basically, like, Nintendo wanted to shove that in your face. Like, they wanted you to know that Pauline is associated with singing, and that is something that Oddrock does. So, it is very likely that Oddrock is the same character as this Pauline-like character, which could make things pretty interesting. Like, Oddrock kind of has that, like, tape or stuff, like, around it that has, like, the Voidco thing on it, so maybe, like, she was somehow transformed into Oddrock. It's pretty interesting. Like, I don't... And then also, like, Oddrock can talk as well. Like, so it's, like, really interesting here. But with who this character could be is also kind of a mystery as well. Like, some people are saying that this is an origin story, and this character is Pauline as a kid. But honestly, I don't really think that, like, lines up too well, like, with the time. I know it's kind of weird to say, like, a timeline in the Mario and Donkey Kong universe, but just with how the characters are being portrayed here, I think that would be kind of weird, because Cranky was already shown in this game. So, like, it would be a bit weird, because, like, Pauline was, like, already an adult when Cranky was kind of younger. So, I don't really think that would work here, unless the Donkey Kong we play as in this game is actually Cranky, and Cranky in this game is, like, Cranky's grandfather. that might be a bit crazy and a bit complicated. I mean, they've already made the Donkey Kong timeline kind of complicated in general, like with modern DK somehow being Donkey Kong Jr.'s son, but I don't know. Some people are saying the Donkey Kong you play as in the game is Donkey Kong Jr., but like that still doesn't add up with the timeline. But yeah, I think it's more likely that this is Pauline's daughter, I would say. I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that kind of raises the question, like, who would Pauline's daughter's dad be? Like, that's just another, like, whole rabbit hole to kind of, like, get into, like, with, like, theory discussion here. But it just seems more likely that it's, like, Pauline's daughter. Some people are saying that it's, like, Pauline's younger sister, which I think could also be possible, but a little less likely in my opinion. But I think it's definitely a character that's related to Pauline, but not Pauline directly. So I think this character being Pauline's daughter just makes the most sense to me. There also is, like, the possibility of, like, time travel as well, and or, like, the fact that Pauline somehow becoming younger, but that's also a bit complicated as well, but who knows? I mean, this game seems to be pretty crazy already, so they might do something pretty crazy with that here. I just think it is just kind of crazy and interesting in general to think that Pauline will be a part of this game. I've actually, like, had some ideas before about, like, a Donkey Kong game that incorporated, like, more characters and things. I've had an idea before where, like, there's a Donkey Kong game with Mario as the villain, kind of similar to the Donkey Kong Jr., but I don't think Nintendo would go there. Like, even though that idea kind of sounds cool, my idea for it was, like, Donkey Kong Origins, but yeah, I don't know if Nintendo would do that, but it is pretty interesting that they are incorporating, like, more Mario characters into the Donkey Kong universe. I mean, I know Pauline was technically a part of the Donkey Kong universe from the start, but she really hasn't appeared in the DKC side of Donkey Kong ever. Like, there really hasn't ever been, like, any acknowledgement of, like, the other Mario characters aside from, like, the one cameo that Mario got in Donkey Kong Country 2. But, like, besides that, there really hasn't been much in terms of, like, characters from the other parts of the Mario universe being acknowledged. So I think this is really interesting, and I think this opens up a lot of possibilities for what the story of this game could be. Like, we already know in general that she is likely the same character as Oddrock. She was somehow transformed into Oddrock, but we really don't know if this is, like, a younger Pauline or Pauline's daughter or just someone related to Pauline in general. That just raises a lot of mysteries, and it just makes things pretty interesting. And it makes me even more excited for this game, honestly. Like, not only is this game going to be, like, amazing in terms of, like, gameplay and scope, but the story is looking to be pretty interesting, too. I know the story is not going to be anything super in-depth, but at least it's going to be kind of interesting. But yeah, I am just really interested to see, like, who this character is and, like, how she relates to Pauline. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!